Hey, how's it going? And I am so happy Paul's already got in with the first jab of the day. Don't worry, I'll make it easier for you as I start coding for sure. Just let me know in the chat if you can hear me, because I was messing with my soundboard, so I might have screwed it up. Who knows? But yeah, let's have a look. Well, Paul could definitely hear me anyway. Just on time. So let's get the challenge up on the screen, because this is probably going to take a while. So excellent. Thanks, Kevin. So this is probably way longer than I anticipated, because I picked this without really looking at it. And I was like, how hard can it be? So let me just show you what I'm going to try and work on. So for anyone that has not seen Frontend Mentor, it is a cool site that lets you do front-end challenges. Let's see, we'll have a look at the challenges. And it has loads of really practical challenges to build a portfolio. And yeah, excellent stuff here. If you've never been on it, go on, have a look. There's loads of free challenges. I asked Matt, the owner of Frontend Mentor, would it be okay if I did one of his premium challenges live, since he just recently launched them. So he gave me the go ahead, so I probably won't get this pulled from the stream. And there's this really cool project that is the GitHub Jobs API. So I'm going to give this a shot and see how far I can get in 2 or so hours with coding this. It looks like it should be interesting. Excellent. We have South America here as well. Excellent. So we're going to have a few different heads, I'm sure, pop in as usual during these streams. All right. Has anyone used Frontend Mentor before? Because this will be my first time giving it a go. And I'm curious to see how I do with all this pressure on me, or the camera anyway, or with the time. So to start these challenges, once you're logged in, well, for a premium ones anyway, you'll have to be a premium member, but you just hit start challenge and you can download a zip full of stuff. And I preloaded the sketch file. Excellent. Paul's doing some as well. So yeah, Matt's done some excellent work with this. So I was really, when I seen this one, I was like, this is finally a little bit of JavaScript in it. So I'd definitely give this a go, because I would rate my JavaScript stronger than my CSS. So it's going to definitely be more challenging. So let's see, where are we going with this? If we have a look in to see what we have to build. So it comes with all the sketch files here, which is really nice, because if you haven't had a job before, this is the kind of file you'll actually get on the job, and you'll usually get handed one of these things, and it's going to be your job to build this out. So here it has all the design specs, which is really nice. Sometimes you don't even get these ones. So I'm going to probably start out by building out the base design system, and then move on to some of the core components, which will be like the cards, the nav bar. I might leave this toggle till last. And let's see, what else is there? Dark mode. I haven't actually built a site with dark mode yet, so this is going to be interesting. I work on enterprise software most of the time, so they don't usually ask me to put in some dark modes on those things. Excellent. And then there is this. This is going to be the other part of it, which is the actual job description that we get from the GitHub API. So it looks like a pretty nice little app to go through. I'm going to throw on some music in the background as well, I think. So if it's too loud, just let me know. I don't know. I think this is royalty free, so we'll see. If I get pulled off, you'll know why. All right, let's have a look. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to use Next.js for this. Here's my starter code here, or the starter set that comes with that zip file. So this is everything that comes in it. So you have your background patterns and everything else you might need. I think the most important thing really is this README. And I have a plugin to read this here. Can I close this? Excellent. So, if that music's too loud, just let me know. This challenge, view the optimal layout for each page depending on the screen's size. So that being said, there's a nice grid, so we're going to have to make sure on small screens it collapses. I think it has a 3, 2, and 1 layout. I was talking to Matt a little earlier about this, and he warned me. He said, make sure when I'm fetching the APIs to use this cores anywhere to prepend the requests, or else the requests would fail. So that'll be an interesting one to have a look at. I'll try it without and see what happens, but I'm sure he told me for a reason. It's in here for a reason. Where to find everything. So the projects are in the assets. Oh, let's zoom out a little bit. And building your project, separate starter code. Okay, well, if anyone's used to watching me stream on a Friday, I'm going to start having a beer. So I'm going to have no music your side. Okay, let me have a look at loopback. I'm just having a look for some sound here. I'll open this first. Then I'll find out why my music isn't working. Because this is going to be a long stream, so it'll get really irritating if I'm talking to you for the whole thing. For you guys more than me, I could talk forever. And where is... I got a new big monitor, so if you can see me looking around here, it's because I can't find where the things are. Where is loopback? Okay. It's up here. So you can't hear that. Okay, I'm going to turn up the volume. Let me know when you can hear it, or if you can hear it. So yeah, you just tell her it's drinking time in Ireland, and I'm sure that'll be okay. Won't that work? Maybe. So let me know if you can hear some music now. Still no music. Weird. Okay, let me put this. Okay. Ah, so it's not coming through. Let me know. I'm just trying to slowly boot it up. I don't want to... Am I using the right microphone on my side? Let me have a look. Camera. So let me know if you can hear it now. If not, I'll troop on, because this is not where I expected to get stopped being the music. But it's because it says it's coming through, but for some reason it's not. Okay. Something's coming in, not okay, so you can hear it a little. Alright, excellent. So I can bring this up a little bit. and then I can use loopback to quieten it for me. So I think I'll show you what I'm doing. Wherever it is. So this is where I control. So I'll mute this one and capturing. And then you should be able to hear it. Bit of subtle back. Yeah. Let's delete this so I don't have to hear it myself. But I can hear the music. That's the main thing. I will turn up the music a little bit more and let's go. Alright, so starter code. There are some git ignores here and things because I know Matt obviously doesn't want the sketch files and things distributed to Git. But I think what I'm going to do is build this in Next.js just because I don't get a lot of time to practice this in my day job at the moment. I'm building a React Native app for the last few months, most of the time. And I've only built one Next.js site, so it's a chance for me to learn this as well. So let's go to Next.js. npx create next app. Make sure I'm in the right place. Obviously not. Okay. I'm glad I didn't install that somewhere random. So npx create next app. If you haven't used npx, it basically just, if it doesn't install it or you don't have it installed or don't have it installed globally, it installs it and runs it for you. My project is going to be named GitHub Jobs. Beautiful. So if you've not used React or Next for that matter, we won't be going anywhere too complicated with it. It's just because it gives me a nice development environment straight out the gate. So if we look into here, we see the GitHub Jobs and we have our yarn ready to rock. Let's see. Okay, and let's run. What's the command to start this? Dev. Okay. Yarn dev. Started on localhost 3000. So alright, so we have something. I'm gonna just get rid of this so it's out of the way. If you need me to zoom in at any point, just let me know. And let's start by trying to get these base styles in place because I think it will make the rest of everything go a lot easier. So the things I might leave to do and build as components are probably this switch and the inputs because they're going to take a little bit more building that I can't just, or I probably can't just do it with some simple CSS. So I will probably build everything from here up straight away. So I have everything ready to go. Let's jump in. Okay, here's my globals.css. Maybe the best thing I could do first is get some normalize CSS. I'm just going through my normal workflow really, I guess. Can we just get the... I just want to get the copy and paste the code. Do I have to download it? Yeah, Paul, I think you'll see during it, it's not crazy. I might see me do some weird things, especially if you're used to just using JavaScript and HTML. That might look a bit bizarre, but I'm going to use just base CSS, so all the styling and everything else that I'm doing is still just going to be normal CSS, so it should translate anyway. Okay, so I want this. Let's take in this. Normalize.css. And this will hopefully at least give me some good base styles to work off, so there won't be some weird browser compatibility issues later. So just grabbing that and going to throw it into, where is it? App.js, that's where it is. Import. So this is like the entry point to the whole application. So I need to do all my imports here, and normalize will come in first, and then my globals will override that. So then we will go into here. No, we'll go into globals. Should I nuke that? Maybe not yet. Let's get some of these base styles set up, and we're going to do that with variables, I think, to start for the colors and things. So what do we have to do? What colors do we have? All right, can we take these? Excellent. So this is a nice part about having these files as well. That's really cool. I was expecting to just have mostly images, so the sketch files are a really nice touch. This is going to This is going to be the boring part of this, is just setting up these things. I hope this is where I can't go wrong, really. So we set up these root things. Very dark blue. That's a bit rich to be calling that blue. That's pretty much black, is it? Or is that just me? Very dark blue. And I'm just calling these the exact colors I see them on the design first, because it will make it easier if they're referenced elsewhere, that I can call out the exact colors by like an English name. Did I miss a character there? 121 721. Ah, 1. There we go. I spoke too soon by saying I can't really, for the sake of it. What is this? Feel free to ask questions or anything throughout, because the live chat's there for a reason. Well, now that we're set up, the pressure's off, I can easily build this in a couple hours. What's that, light grey? In a day job, how much do I get? Very little with the current role, so it depends how much responsibility I have for the project. So at the moment, I am working on one of the biggest banks in Ireland's new business authentication app. So as you can imagine, they have very strict brand guidelines. Rads, I will show you what I'm building in just 1 second. Let me just, what am I putting it? Great. So like for this project, I have very little say, but it pays well, hence why I'll do that. But usually when I have clients, what will happen is I'll work with the designers to come up with something cool that I'll enjoy as well, and that the customer would like as well. So if you, I'm just going to copy and paste this dark gray, and then I'll show you exactly what I'm working on, Rads. Dark gray. All right. So let me just zoom out here and you can see what I'm working on. I'm working on a jobs board that is using the GitHub API that is from, as Paul said, the Frontend Mentor challenges here. So let me go back a step. So it's from here, frontendmentor.io, the GitHub's Jobs API. So that's what we're going to try get through. I'm guessing it won't be perfect in the time I have, but we're going to see how much we can get done. Here's the inner pages, tablet design, and the mobile design. So it's a nice little bit of work. So next thing is typography. So we're going to need the font. So I'm hoping that's on Google Fonts. So let me... What's the name of that? Comf Sans. Can I copy this? Let's hope. Comf Sans. Excellent. Right, so we're going to need Comf Sans. Let's regular, light, and bold. Select, select, select. Embed it. And it's in here, isn't it, that I can do this? No. That's in the head. Link, href. Oh, geez, I'm here creating the link tag, and I just copied and pasted the whole thing over. Alright, so I have that font hopefully now. So where I'm currently working, I'm actually working with React Native. So if you see me do peculiar things or look for peculiar components, it's because I've been working with React Native for the last 4 months now, nearly exclusively. I have built another couple of sites in the meantime with React.js and everything else as well. But I'd say 80% of my time is React Native at the moment. So that's why I thought this would be a nice chance to do this. So let's go back into the CSS. All right. And then what's next? All right, now we're getting into actually sizing things, which will be a little bit better. And what I usually do after I have the style sheet or the base styles there is what I'm going to do is I'm going to create like a sandbox page with like a sample of each of these tags so we can see them just without a situation. And I find when you do this before a project, it really sets you up to just speed through it. It's a little bit of boring work to start with, but it'll pay off, I'm hoping. So we have the font family. Now let's go for the headings. We're going to H1 is, I would usually use rems here for base fonts, so I'm just going to use exact sizes. Don't shout at me. 24 pixels. I can convert this later, and that's the nice part about having this all in one place, is it becomes very easy to edit this afterwards. H4 is 14 pixels. And then for the body, we have, oh, okay, there's line heights here as well, so I'm guessing that's what that means, is it? We'll find out now in a second. Anyway, I'll put in the line heights after. So body, so we'll say P is 16 pixels. All right, and let's, so we can see what we're, H1, font size. And to make this a bit more interesting, what I think I'm going to do is, rather than have absolutely no idea whether this is working or not, I'm going to jump in to here, and in pages it's very easy to make new pages. Oh, that's a API thread. What we just do is create a page with the name we want. So new file, sandbox.js. This could be a kitchen sink of sorts. So we shouldn't need anything other than, yeah, we have to export default. Export default function sandbox. And you'll see, notice above, I don't have any import React. That's just Next.js implicitly adds import React from React. And this is where we'll just add in, we'll say, I suppose speaking from a newbie point, you just throw a load of HTML on there and CSS there and play with what you like. It's exactly that. So what I'm just going to do is basically write body, because that's where it would be in anyway, and then div I don't even need that probably. Let me just delete that. I'll just put in a H1. I probably should write some real text. Hello world. And we'll go H2, H3, H4. Oh, yeah, H3. And if I jump back over, cool. So as you can see, we just have a page here with this popping out, and I didn't have to make any routes or anything. I just had to literally create a file in pages there called that. So next thing I want to do is, because the font family hasn't even applied to that, so what I will do is we'll we'll take the body down here. And that's going to be our var. And yeah, so as you get more experience through this, it's especially when you know, like when you have a clear path ahead of you, like when you have designs like this, especially with a design guide, the designer is usually smart enough to say, hey, you're going to need this stuff a lot. Yeah, Ruben, you look, I got the sour beer right here, don't worry. What was the challenge I did to get? Do you mean like what was like the interview process, Rads, to get the current role? So I'm a consultant of sorts, so it's usually people want me rather than doing coding tests anymore. So I didn't do any particular coding test other than show them examples of my work. And that's what helped me get to where I was. So let's see. Yeah, so for any, I work for myself. So there's no coding challenges when you work for yourself other than the actual ones. So when I have a client like the banker, that it's because they've seen my work and they think I could help with what they're doing. So I had a conversation, I guess that was the interview, with the people that were building a team to build this product, and they needed help or expertise in that area. So that's how I did that. All right. So I'm guessing this is line height. So I'm just going to Corona beer cheap at the moment. Oh, jeez. I wouldn't wish it on you. Sorry. It's not. It's a terrible name, isn't it? Yeah. I'm just gonna make H1L. This is really lazy. 34 pixels, just to see if this works. Line height. Var. And we're going to kind of duplicate this anyway as well. We know that. So we're going to have H2, H3, H4. So, like, as you can see here, now we have all this. So we're going to start messing around with the sizing. So H1, H2, 3, and H4. 29 pixels, 24 pixels, and 18 pixels. And we'll probably need a P line as well. 4 and H3. So I'm just being lazy here because why not? H1, H2 is 29. H3 is 24. H4 is 18. And then the P is 26. Beautiful. Nice. So I think that looks close, doesn't it? Let's put in, I think this is probably a better thing to put in, is actually put in the text that we can see there. So let's Command Shift L to grab all those same types. Yeah, now we're looking a little bit better. We'll put in a body tag as well here, or a P even. Not so bad. Now to buttons. Button. I might as well. I'll probably make them into a component after, just to get some things started here. So I think looking at this, other than the buttons, that's my base style set up, because we have our color palette that we'll use everywhere. We'll have our fonts we're going to use everywhere, and now it's going to be very easy to reference these styles whenever we need them. So let me see what we're going to go on to. We're going to go happy path, and we're going to grab some of this data first, just to see, because I remember Matt was saying to me earlier, the owner of, or the guy that runs Frontend Mentor, that this could break because of the cores issue on if I don't use a certain thing. So I'm slightly nervous that will break, so I'd like to try that now, so I can let you guys in the chat debug this for me if I need to. So let's just get the data for this. So what do we need? We need a GitHub API, isn't it? GitHub Jobs API. Alright, so this is what we have to get. And I don't usually use fetch, so let me use fetch API. To put that in a try catch, I'm used to using Axios, so I'm using this as a chance to try these things out as well. Fetch, blah blah blah. Okay, that's pretty easy. It's probably in the README, is it? Oh yeah, they have a sample here. Alright, let's jump into... I'm going to copy this because I'll need that in a second. So in the README, in that challenge, there is a sample of this quest, and you see this, important, the GitHub Jobs API will throw a cores error when you try to pull the data from your project. To avoid this, use cores anywhere, which is a pretty cool project, just lets us step around it. It allows you to prefix your request with cores anywhere. So you can see here, my request just has this Heroku app in front of it, and then it requests the thing. So let's go into index.js. We're going to need to load this when it lands, so import use effect from React, and we'll say use effect. Nah, Paul, somebody has to stay here to do it, you know. It can't be me when I'm failing miserably, can it? Okay, so in here, we're actually going to need to put those things somewhere. So let's use state here as well. If it gets complicated later, I might throw in a use reducer, but I mightn't even have the time for that. So let's go and try get the data first. Okay, so we can fetch.then.console.log the data. So I guess we should probably check that this is working, but I'm going to trust his documentation is right. So I'm going to say const listings and set listings equals use state, and we'll see. I think it comes back as a... And in here, we'll go JSON.stringify the listings so I can see them. Oh, close the activity bar? Yeah. Command B. I should probably, hold on, let me close all. There you go, this will give you more room. Thanks, Umar. I forget as well. I'm used to... I have a big monitor here in front of me, but it's way too big to actually code on for this. It's 49 inches wide, so it would look tiny if I was coding on it. So I have my little laptop screen in front of me here where I'm doing this. So if you see me squinting, it's because I'm not used to coding on this anymore. Alright, so we have that. Let's... Oh yeah, so we're not even in that page anymore. Uh-oh. Inspect. Okay. Let's go back to console log and this out. I hope so. Yeah, I'd like to... I have a plugin actually made, a Chrome extension made for Traversy Media. I just haven't got around to recording it. I'm hoping to get to record tomorrow. I had too much of a crazy month recently, so I didn't get the chance. Too many requests. So... we might leave this for a while. Oh yeah, actually Ruben, you've got a good one there. Yeah, so I can use async here and then say await const data equals is what do I need to do then? Isn't it? I always forget this part. I'm gonna just say async await. I know you have to cleanse that data, but now that I'm after doing a promise, I should have the data in there. Let's have a look. Const data equals fetch. Why am I using Next.js? I don't get to use it, and I'm trying to get better at it. So yes, so I need to say what? Const oof. I need to await the response to JSON, or do I just say const response equals response or data.json? So yeah, I'm just using Next.js because I don't get to use it often. So I'd rather give it a shot when I can. This is the perfect time to try and play with something new. It's a Friday on my own time, so Ah, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, and then I have try catch. Yeah, I remember it did something like that. It's just when after seeing a promise again, I'm just like, what does that do? And so we have that. So then I can say set listings response, or just to make sure it worked, we'll say console.log response, console.log. I'll put in an error here as well because we'll want to see it. Yes, I could use the, well, I could use the static props, but I don't know how often this would rebuild. So, or how often the jobs will update on GitHub. So I'd rather do it client side so I can always fetch it. And I'd rather a faster load time. So rather than waiting for the API, especially when it's going through Cores Anywhere and then jobs, it could take a second. So I might as well load up the rest of the page. So I'm just letting it jump to the client side, and then from there, well, this is what I wanted. From there, then we'll see what happens. Yeah, but I think I could use get server side props with this and do this pretty nicely. Or if I wanted a static build of the stuff at this moment, then yeah, I could do the static things, but that will build a static version of this at build time. Async function, fetch data. Mr. Castro, great to see you here. I'm thinking, just for the sake of this was working a second ago, I'm going to just dump back in the README. Just simply because the async await is giving this a little bit of it's having a little bit of a fit, isn't it? Let's come back and do this. So basically I need to put a fetch data function in there, don't I? Oh, that's easy to do. So let's just... So what's that saying? Use effect. So it's expecting this. Okay, use an async function inside of it, it's saying. So can I just say const get data equals async that might be all right. Hold on, I think it's just telling me to do this. This is the nice part about reading errors rather than panicking. Get data, and then get data. Is that what it told me to do? Let's see what it says. Destroy is that's never a good sign. Right, I'm gonna, this should have been easier than that. So let's get rid of this for a second. I'll come back to that, Ruben, and try it after I have this in. Just because we were getting a request a second ago. Alright, So the day that seems to be down at the moment. We'll have to start building things without it then. So let's jump into components then, because if we can't, this keeps throwing me an error because it has too many requests. So that means the API is receiving too many requests, I'm guessing. Or I'm gonna try it on a Oh, okay, cool. We got data. That's what I needed. Yeah, promise.resolve.json would be great. I don't actually know what shape this data is in, though. So this is what's... I was really trying to get in here to see what I have to do, because I don't know whether I have to create a second page to grab more data or not. So I want to see what's in here. Oh, we have the description as HTML, how to apply. So okay, so that's great. So that means we don't even have to go anywhere here. I'm going to be able to just throw that data into these components when this actually comes out, if we have this in... This is all just there for us. Okay. Full time. So what data do we need for this? All right, let's give it a shot. See, we need... Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so now we can set listings. And then I'll just put that out here for now so we can see the state of things. And then in here, I'm going to pick out what's in here. We go over to the GitHub Jobs API. So nicely, I have to do it with location and a description as a filter as well, so they look nice enough. And there is some pagination of sorts. We'll only return 50 positions at a time. Okay, so I might need to do some hacking to show less than 50, I guess, because this only has 12 positions. And then when we get up to 48, the next time we grab it, we'll have to load some more. But let's just get 50 shown for now with these cards. That'd be really nice. So, what do we have? Is there an image URL in that? Okay, title, type, full time. Okay, we're gonna have to put the time formatting nicely as well. It's gonna be a little bit awkward. Company URL, we can put that on the picture, I'm sure. So it goes there, company logo, right. So I'm just going to say in the main, listings dot map, and in here we'll replace this with a component, but just for now I'm going to say here is a single listing, and we're going to return in fact let's just implicitly Nah, it's fine. I might need something else after, so. We'll say H1. Beautiful. So we have some job listings. So if anyone needs a job, there's lots of jobs. Excellent. Right. And what else are we going to need? We're going to need the image URL. So I might just... So you're going to see a lot of shortcuts here when I do this. So I mightn't have the best structure by the end of this because I have the evening just to do this. So what is it? We need type, full time, and date. So somebody can try look for something that's going to format my stuff to be like 5 hours ago or 1 week ago or 1 day ago. So if somebody has a nice npm module that will do that for me, I'd appreciate that if you want to have a quick look for something like that. So I have my date format like this. So I'll need to get that pretty printed. So we'll say created at. So that's what it says, isn't it? Created. Oh, underscore at. Day.js, yeah, I'll have a look at Day.js. I haven't used Day.js, so it'll be might be a nice try. And I just know I'm going to need all this information, so I'm just going to start grabbing it. Company. We'll need the logo, company logo. And then listing dot location. So that should be all the data I need for each. Oh dang. Okay, so let's put in some. I can't do this, can I? Because I'm thinking of React Native. I've been playing with that too long. So let's start adding in some styles into this. So home.module, they have more things here. So got logo, Oh, actually, yeah, we'll just steal the dot logo here. Height. What height is this meant to be anyway? 50 by 50. Yeah, let's just, I'm gonna try get a little bit of a dig into this. Or it's class name, isn't it, that they use in this, because styles.grid, so styles.logo is what I need. A little bit better. Alright, let's pull this out, because this is going to get too crazy too fast, I think. So, new folder. Components. Yeah. Card. Oh, no, that's definitely not what I want to do. Function card. And that is going to... Oh, yeah, I spelled it. Yeah, I forgot that Moment.js is legacy now. It's a shame. Although it was getting a bit heavy. So, we know what props we need now, so I'm just going to... split right. And... Oh. I'm gonna say we'll just keep it all the same. So created at won't go in, so we'll say created at... Oh, Praveen's here. You're not too late actually, I'm behind. Type title company location, and then we are going to what can I put? So turning this into a bit Q&A, what technologies are you used to working with? So I started using React about 5 years ago when it was in like 0 point something. So React is obviously one of those things I usually jump to and say, yeah, that's one of my prime toolkit or pieces in the toolkit. I don't know if there's anything else I'm as proficient with really, but I'm building... Oh, so I can get rid of these. I'm building lots of different things all the time, and even the likes of this right now, this is just testing my knowledge to get better at Next.js. So like, even though I don't have like a commercial, well, I actually did do a commercial project recently, Spark HQ. So this is the only Next.js site I had really done recently. So that's the only exposure I got from that. So now I just want to get a little bit more because it was really nice to work with for that little project, and I just want to learn a bit more about it. So then put it on the CV. You just say, I've built this, I've built that. I have a whole article on my dev.to about like how to phrase these things and like how you bullet point out the skills from things you built, so it looks like you can make something like a website. You can really demonstrate your skill set. So if you go onto my dev.to, you'll probably see that article, and there's a template CV in there as well, Paul. If you wanted to steal that, that's probably the best thing to do. So we have the image. This is going to be our H1, we'll call this. Oh no, actually that's going to be, we'll just say that's P. H1 company. What is the company is also going to be, we'll say P, and then we'll say this location is H4. Don't say that, man. It was definitely not a better use of his time. He should have been here, you know, helping me debug things. So that's more important. I'm going to leave the nicely formatted time to last, I think. I'm going to try just get the cards and the layouts and the search box and things working out nicely. So let's see how that goes. And so then cards.module.css, I think I have to call it. Isn't that what it is in? Yeah, module.css. I always forget that. And then I can do dot. I can steal my CSS from here, from my home. And put it into my cards. Actually, let's save this and close all. Save that. And then we then we import styles of modules. Yeah, cool. All right, so I didn't import this yet, so it's not going to work. So what I'm going to do is I like to, inside my components, make an index.js and export default as cards from and I just realized nothing's on fire yet. I am so shocked, to be honest. All right, and then we're going to say logos logo. Right, let's start putting all these. Oh no, that's styles that logo. Of course, I start off great here. Oh, and I did it again. What is Toptil? I made it through Toptil this week, so it's a win. What's Toptil? For people like me that have no idea what's going on. Oh yeah, okay, so it's because I copied in that image probably in the card. Thanks, I wouldn't have said I was photogenic, so I'll take that as a compliment. See how photogenic I am at the end in the next couple hours when this is all I have been doing. So let's have a look. In card.js I have company logo and created at. Okay, company logo, company logo. Company logo is not defined. Okay, we have things rendering again at least, I guess. So company.logo, listing.company. Oh yeah, there's so many errors. Don't worry, you'll see so much more. Like, I'm after doing a day's of work and now I'm doing this. It's not like big brain time. This is bad brain time. Okay, company logo, blah blah blah. Last name. From because I am an idiot and I forgot this is how Next.js works, because what it does is in here when we inspect this, it makes a nice little scoped namespace for it here, so that's why it has this random thing, so that's why you have to import it as an object, and then it makes this little stretch here. So then let's make the cards. What card? So if what is this? 350 by 228. We're gonna just make it that 350 228 for now, and we'll say last name, styles, dot card. What was that? 350. I'm going to say position relative because I'm going to have to absolutely position the image. Position relative, width 350 pixels, height is going to be 228. What I'm actually going to do is, what's the background here? If I looked over to my color palette, it's light gray. So let's change the background of the body. Background. Okay, we have that light gray. So now we can go back into our cards and we can say background. And what are the gaps between these? 30. So for now, we'll just say margin 30 pixels and we'll come back to that. Okay, so we have nice bits and pieces here. What is the border radius on these cards? Is 6. And we'll say logo, position. I'm gonna say top minus 25 pixels. I'm gonna say that should mid. Minus 25 pixels. And then what is it off to the left? We'll just put it off left minus, or no, 25 pixels in from the left. Yeah, you're right, Paul. Sorry. Sorry, I'm getting on top of that. I have a box of beer here as well, so don't worry. You're right. I was trying to be productive. What was I thinking on a Friday? Man, you've worked with me. You know there's no zone for me. I get distracted so easily. What I don't know is I'm gonna probably have to center the logos. Is there a preview logo or something? Console. That logo looks awful. Okay, so that's line items, center, justify content, center, and we're going to say logo. Oh yeah, so there's going to have to be a container on that, isn't there? So because there's two here, I'm just going to put a div. Yeah, it was probably about... This is something I should have done on a Sunday for sure. So, well, let's see how far we can get through. So, we are going to say logo container this time. And then, what I am going to do is make this the logo container. So I make this 20 pixels. Width 20 pixels. And I know I have to like make that not stretch, so I have to do something to make it fit. So I guess I could say max. Yeah, we'll say max height. I think that might do it. Let's see what happens when I do this. Ooh, not so much. Max width. Something, I guess. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, so that screwed my logos up completely. Cancel. I feel like it's too far in from looking at that. Probably can find me. I don't know. Can you? There's a cool little trick actually that I should probably do for that. But you can, like, if you get a canvas element and you shrink an image to 1 pixel on a canvas element, you can get the primary color from it, and then you could use that as the background for it. But I definitely don't have the time for that this evening. So for now, I'm going to say background color is going to be primary, or we'll say dark blue for now. Okay, so okay, we can come back to figuring out how to make it look prettier, because these nice logos, way better. Way better. Sponsor more beers. Yeah, if you want to sponsor more beers, I'll drink more beers. It's a pretty, it's a good system. So we have that. How much is this off the top? Eyeball it. So if that's 25, that's probably about 60 pixels. So if I put on the card padding 50 pixels, what's padding on the left and right? 20 pixels? I don't know. And 40 pixels for the bottom, I guess. Kind of okay. Meh. Yeah, don't yeah, I don't want to code review after this, although I will. I'll push it up afterwards and you can tear it to pieces. Style stock. We'll call this info and we'll say color or display flex color nice. There's a little dot symbol in there. Can I steal that dot? Give me that dot. Is this a... Oh, that's an oval. Okay, so give me a dot symbol. Oh, you'll find out. The great part about reviewing other people's code, Paul, is you'll always find something you'll be like, that shouldn't be right, is it? I was hoping that dot would be between those elements. So if you can paste special symbols into the chat, now's your chance to help me out here. Give me a bullet symbol. Anyway, I'll come back to that because I'm already wasting so much time here. What size is that? That is 16. So that's P, that's correct. And then that's his title, that's 20, which is the H4 or H3. So did it? It shouldn't have been. There was a countdown on, but thanks for coming, Stephen. So we'll say, and here's the power of I don't think I can copy and paste that, Praveen. H1. So we'll say H1 in this context becomes var. What is it? It becomes H3. Can I not do that? Title. We'll just put it in dot title. I've only used. Oh, Stephen, thank you. I need this dot. Apparently, I can't copy and paste from here. I have to go onto it. Yeah, I'll just put an emoji in the middle. It'll be fine. So let's see. Right, H1, H3. Let's put a title in. Class name, title. I changed it, didn't I? Did I not save it? Oh yeah, I didn't press save, that's why. Okay, so that's that. Then we have... I think I can. How do you use... and bull? Yeah, maybe. Let me check. What happens when I put and bull? I don't know really, so I guess not. Maybe I need that, yeah. No, it's gone missing. All right. Maybe I just put this in here. I might. Oh yeah, there we go. Look, it's kind of in there now. Nice. What's this? What font size is this? This is 16, so this would be P. And it's gray as well. What is that? Oh, that's the company. So where is the company? Is the company gone? I can't see the company anymore. Right, let me have a beer. Location. What font size is that? 14? 14 is my H4, so H4 is correct. Var Violet. I think that's what it was, wasn't it? Okay. Card H4. Magic. Oof. All right. That's somewhat the correct shape of things. I'm missing the company, aren't I? So where's my company? You see the way I have almost yellow, block soft. Let's see if I can put info on this as well. All right, I definitely just missed the company name, so can I refresh this? Do I grab it? Listing. What's in my listings? Yeah, there isn't a company thing, isn't there? I must be passing it in or something. So let me go into index. Oh yeah. Are you jealous, Paul? You get a beard. You will do this all the time. It gives the illusion that you're thinking, when really I'm just counting how many beers I have left. Listing. Oh, that is definitely not listing. Listing.company. Ah, much better. Okay. Except for all the line heights and everything else. But okay, so that is... We can polish this up in a second, but right now what we want to do is I want to get this into... So this is at mobile. So what does it say in the README or what size these things are? So at what width does it go to 2? 768. So I need to make a media query in here as well. but I'm going to do that in here because let's make a div which we'll call and then we will go pretty much like I'm all there will definitely be a toilet run is more likely to get through all of this. So card container, and I'm going to in the home CSS module. Okay, so they have and we'll say display, but it doesn't really matter, so I'm gonna have to at media. This is the one part I always forget how to do media queries. This is one of those things, and mean width is 768 pixels. Grid, and then the grid template columns is 1 F4, isn't it? I have not learned these correct, so I'm probably going to get these. I've never actually... Do you know what? That'd be probably smarter if I had a whole card rendering itself. But I'm in too deep now, Stephen. That would be way smarter, to be honest. I should probably have a component that renders the group of things. But seeing as I have so much left to do, I'm not going to start refactoring it. But yeah, very smart. That's what I should be doing. No, actually, this should be 1F4, 1F4. I think I want 2, isn't it? Excellent, right? And then we'll say on 1024 pixels, we'll say 1F4. Nice. So I can go toggle this responsive. Okay, I need to go a little bit. So let's say 1280 it should go to that. I'm just eyeballing it. I usually use Flex for everything, Paul, so I'm straight in that group with you, but I thought, like, I'm using this as a learning lesson for myself. Okay. Nice. Look at that. That's not so bad right now. Okay, I know there's things sticking out everywhere, but we can fix that later. Nice. All right. Let's get rid of the rest of the stuff that's in that page, actually. So we have the right layouts for things. And I think maybe an easy win will be actually so I'm going to just hack the state to make this so I don't need a router or anything, that when I click this it will just reset to showing all things. So I'm going to say selected state is going to be a certain index value. But yeah, you can see how grid is pretty useful here as well, Paul, if you're taking a look. It's just you'll get used to them after a while. I see, like, I was able to make a pretty cool layout here pretty easily. All right, so where are we? I I think I'll just make the navigation into this because right, let's see, what do I have to do? I'm getting distracted. I guess let's try and do these filters. What do they look like on a big screen? Okay, so it's just a big box. Yeah, I'm going to throw this in straight into the what's this? This is saying, so actually I want to get rid of don't I have a margin on those cards, don't I? So let's get rid of that. And when it goes back, it will be all stuck together. And then I can go into grid gap. And I can say 80 pixels, 50 pixels, or is it 30 pixels that was? Let's just check. No, it's... Is it gap or grid gap? Gap. How do I get a gap between... do I need to say grid template rows 1 F4? Am I messing up on this? How do I add a gap between the elements? I thought it was, this is like the rows, yeah, row gap, column gap. It is grid gap. CSS grid gap. Ah, yeah, grid row gap. That's what I got. If you're still here, leave a comment on the video if you can as well. Just helps the YouTube algorithm, and that would be nice for me. Yeah, I thought it was just gap. Now, I could be crafty. Nothing is working. So, if that isn't working... Oh, look. That's because I'm in here in this silly grid that is not what I was working on at all. So if I go gap 30 pixels or 80 pixels, 30 pixels, magic. Yeah, I was just typing in the wrong place. So yeah, let's just throw that up here as well. That explains a lot, doesn't it? So now we have them looking a little bit nicer. Except for on mobile. What is the gap meant to be on? Oh, you can't. Someone else remembered. Yeah, definitely wasn't you, Paul. You wouldn't do that to me, would you? What I can just do up here is make a, just to make sure I can keep my, I'll just make it one. Total overkill, but it works, so who cares? All right. Let's try and getting the search working, and then I will try and get the pages up and running, and depending on the time we'll see what we're going to do from there. So oh, actually, look, there's a hover state here. So this is gray. Or actually, I could say dot card color var gray. Perfect. Oh, actually, it's hover the card. The title should turn gray. Nice. So now, yeah, let me get to Discord for our Kodu. It's good. Yeah, we play games on it. We're going to try and play some more games on it and that as well. So let's see if I go to this. Let me invite people. Edit invite link. Let's never expire. No limit. Generate new link. Copy. Join the Discord. Join the... I'm still trying to think of a smart, unoffensive name to call Kodu members. So if anyone can think of one, I'll print it on a t-shirt and I'll give you one. So that's my... If you can think of a smart slogan for what I should call it, because like you have people in like Florent Pop's gang called the Poppers, and you know that's smart. I want something nice for the code doers maybe, but it doesn't write well. So we have Koduons. Aha, I'm glad you reminded me, man. I had too many beers. I'll send you one after. You should have texted me in the Discord. Do I have your address from the Discord? Code Minions, yeah. All right, let's straight in the index.js. I'm going to start a div. Okay, what styles at main? We're going to say the max width. What is the max width of this? So I need a max with this. Code minions not bad, or Kodu minions. So I'm just clearing up some space here. Cheers. Oh. Okay, so that was busier than I thought. What I tend to do is just get t-shirts and I get a Kodu thing and then I put their name on the arm. It's a nice little touch to it. So let's get the search bar done. So what's that? We'll worry about the max width after. So what I think I really need to do, and I think these cards might be changed to Flexbox after, because they need to stretch out. Oh, I need to stop fixing the width. If I just put a max width and what's the max width here? Main max width 1010 and then 10. Dot search. And we're going to do this one flex. All right, so we are going to put the search. Okay. Search, display, flex, right, index. Okay, and then we'll say, what is the height? 80. Okay, so we'll... Yeah, I think it would be better if we do some of these challenges together. So, again, because I picked this one last minute, I underestimated how much work was involved in it. So next time I'm doing one, I won't go for one of the intermediate ones. I know Matt, who runs Frontend Mentor, or like built Frontend Mentor, actually told me, he's like, he was like, you're going to try build that in an evening? Good luck. So I just want to see how far I can get with it as well. So margin bottom, we'll say 100 pixels. And like everything, I really should have put this border radius as a variable. Is there a shadow on this? Be nice with a shadow. Okay. Coduholics. I don't want to actively promote drinking too much, if that's understandable. I'll drink too much, but I'm glad, Paul, you have no sympathy for me. You're just like, if it's going to take him that long, let him do it. All right. So in the search, we are going to have two inputs, div, and I'm going to make two groups here. So we're going to say we're going to put the logo here. So I'm going to just put a span for a second, and then we're going to have an input with a type equals text. Okay, we have that. Let's, in fact, I bet you I could just hack this away and just keep it going. Oh yeah, we don't want to go, probably don't want that to happen. It's not so bad. No, I'll probably Codumons. Paul, I genuinely don't want to promote alcoholism. I'm just, they're non-alcoholic. Is that what it says? I'm allergic to alcohol. Where is the alcohol? Oh, there. Yeah, totally non-alcoholic. You can't. Yeah, it's you couldn't see. It's blurry, but it's definitely. All right, let me get these inputs working well then. So we're gonna have to do a little. Yeah, well, we can. Input. And then we want to do that again. So start. And then we have a checkbox. Is it check or checkbox in the input type? What is it? Does anyone remember input type? It's obviously not checkbox. Okay, perfect. Stefan, yes, you I probably spelled it your way, in fairness. And then the last thing is going to be a button. No. And we'll put a button. It really is, isn't it? Is this the closest we've got to a pub? It's really bad, isn't it? Okay. So I'm going to make this stretch as much as it needs to. So what I can do is search. Justify content center. No, it's align items. I always mess up. That's the main axis. I'm used to writing. Okay, perfect. And then the first one is going to be I'm calling this main input. These names are going to get so much worse as they go on. Boom, boom, boom. Flex grow 1. I think that works. How do I get that? Can I just say width is 100%? How do I say I obviously haven't had this on anything, have I? Main input, index. Oh yeah, it's because that div. So if I You're the college student, Praveen. You should be way ahead of him, in fairness. The old solid red trick to see where I am at. Okay, so it is doing what I expected. Beautiful. That's basically identical, isn't it? So I bet you I can export. Can I just copy as SVG? Oh, excellent. I don't even need to look at this. So I can just go in to here. We need to change all these because it's React now. Beautiful. So what we need to do then is we need to say you're some man if you think doing this on a Sunday evening before work is a better idea than a Friday where you can have a lie-in on the weekend. So main input, actually that should be input group, so we can say main input. Oh, Sunday noon, yeah. Yeah, we'd all sleep well then, at least. All right. So let me see. We have the icon. How much room does this have? So I could probably just put some padding on everything, couldn't I? All right, I think that's close enough. And then what I will do is I'll say this is kind of a little bit of a hacky thing, but if you can say dot search and you say div plus div, so I'm saying if there is a div beside a div, border left. No, that won't work actually, because the border will only be high as. Yeah, if on Discord, yeah, we can play Among Us tomorrow night. Yeah, so if you're in the Discord tomorrow, we can play some Among Us. So I'm gonna just put in a dot divider. Height 100%. Width 1 pixel. Background color is going to be var gray. Okay, so let's put a style subdivider in there. Yeah, so the divider isn't working because I have the padding. So what I need to do is change the styles here or here. Where is the padding? Perfect. That's sort of what we want. It's light gray, isn't it? Yeah, it's not working for me here because, like, if I go light, see this? Light. So I must have something not set up because I can do it else in some places, but not all places. Does that look better? I think it does. Yeah, kind of. No, it's darker. All right. 6, what's that? 6 AE. Oh, that's a once-off. Oh, they tried to get us. That's not an actual color. That's why I knew it. That's alright. Oh, you tried to get me, Matt. You tried to get me. Excellent. Right. So that's way too dark. I'm gonna put it back to the other one. I don't like how dark that color is that I put. So I'm gonna leave it at that, or is gray better? I loved way. This is the part that's annoying me. Nothing else. Just this gray. All right. We'll come back to it. Losing semantics. Okay. Ba-ba-bum. Okay. What's the placeholder? Okay, that's one thing. And then we'll do the next one, very similar. So let's put this divider down here as well. So this is where it starts to get a little bit. Filter by location. Okay, let's see where that is. Yeah, filter by location. And I can do the same thing as I did before of going copy as SVG, fill rule, and get rid of the XML. So I need to give this kind of the main input styles as well. So what I think I will do then is say home.scss, home.css. Which is that? This doesn't really tell me much. I want to know how much width we think this is. So we will just say oh, that's way too much, or too little. Getting there, so let's put it up to 340. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. P3 1F4. You see, this one is slightly bigger. Look at it. Look at the odd size. So this first one is bigger than these two, which makes it awkward in sizing. So I'd like if I could see. But I guess this is one. Well, the nighttime's useless at the moment, Paul, isn't it? It's there's nothing out there. There's absolutely nothing. So their beer fridge is here. But yeah, on a purely alcoholic level, I think I'd still rather be in, to be honest. It's a lot. You don't have to queue for the bar. 4F4, 3F4. I'm gonna try this, Praveen. I actually don't know what you're saying, so I'm going to give it a shot. So in here you're saying search should have this. I'm glad, because I don't actually know the grid all that well. So if I go to search, display, grid, and I then say posit grid, template, columns, what you're saying, 4 F4, 4, 3, 4. So the reason this is going to screw up is because of my borders, but that looks spot on in fairness, so I'm really liking that. So if I just go back in and I take the dividers and I put them inside instead of outside, oh, that's pretty cool how that works then. So that's how it balances out. Maybe it's... could I say 5, 3? Does that make sense? I have no idea how this works, so I'm just guessing. Ah, okay. So it needs to equal 10 as such. Okay, so now how do I center those? So do I just say margin top auto? Yeah, that's probably the perfect shape of what I want anyway. So if I say margin top auto, I guess I need to, every element needs to be its own flex unit then in a column to, or a row with the height 100% to fix what I want to do, but I can change that out. So we can say main input, display flex, height 100%. So Y is that last one, so I obviously have something hanging out here in the font size. I'm actually gonna, it's getting a bit loud for me. Perfect. What we need to do is okay, yeah, because the last one, the button needs to be in here with this. Perfect. He says as everything looks awful. Okay, so All right, yeah, the input sizes are too big. What is that? Cheat sheet, just to see how I can get the heights to be row height. Yeah, so I should be able to justify content in the middle, shouldn't I? Everyone's gone quiet in the chat. No, that's under row, so it's a line items because I want the main axis. It's not, I'm used to React Native, which inverts it. Center, align item, center. Perfect. And the same with the next one. Yeah, tumbleweed. Tumbleweeds would have more excitement. There's a little bit of randomness, isn't it? The wind might change direction. So if we have that, why isn't this one? Dun, dun, dun. Ah, that's interesting actually, Praveen, because I don't know how we cross paths really, because you've been in the Discord and that so long. Oh yeah, sure. In here, I do main input, and then that's why it's beautiful. So input, center of child, icon, margin, padding, right, 20 pixels. What's this? So if I sit here, SVG. Yeah, look, radical honesty, Paul, always. That's the only way I work it, in fairness, is radical honesty. style set icon. So, okay, I'm gonna just cheat here. Second icon, I can change this after to be an ent child, but I am already way behind schedule, so margin left. Oh, I'm an idiot. Hold on. Margin left. Oh, I just need to put this on. I just probably need to wrap my SVG more than likely. And then if I wrap them that, it will probably, because it's inline. Yeah, sure. Like, and if you have any more questions or even private questions, where I can talk less legal, because I'm always so unforthcoming. You can ask questions in the Discord as well. I'll answer them as my back. Just for disclosure, my background is. Do you like pina coladas? What song is that? I can't actually play it just simply because I have a playlist basically here that is royalty free. So I'm just looking over to read it. Yeah, royalty free. So it means it doesn't get taken off YouTube for me playing people's music. So it's just a random set of music. Let's see what happens if I put this. Ah, okay, because that's not the second icon. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we have that. All right, let's see if we can get these working anyway. All right, how long do we have? Yeah, I'm guessing this is going to have to turn into a 2-part stream. By the time I have this navbar going, it's going to be 3 hours in. So I might have to split it into a 2-parter. But not to worry. I might take it up tomorrow evening or Sunday, like Aman said. Where's my music on? Oh, there it is. Sorry, my music suddenly stopped. Weird song. Okay, so we have filter by title, filter by that. If we go into index.js, we need some use states now. So use state const sets or search. Set search. What is the next one? What is that? Location. Okay, set location, use state. What else is doing? Full-time only. Const. Full-time. set full time equals use state. All right, so we have the state we need now as well for our app, or the navigation anyway. So we need to add some state. Oh, that's not too bad, I guess. I wish I could play around that. I'll have to butcher this to make it the way I like it. But on the bright side, I think your calculations, Praveen. Yeah, I know. I was expecting more chat in the chat because there's a. It's not just us watching. There's some secret people watching as well. So to know who that is, you know, hop in. What time is it right now? It is 25 to 10. Or 9:37. All right. Where am I looking here? I'm getting totally lost and sidetracked. So, oh, 210, nice. Set location. Event.target.value. I'm gonna copy this for the other one as well. Except it's set search. And let's just make sure they're wired up to work, because I often search and location. Okay, let's go into the console. Okay, we're getting that. We're getting that. Excellent. And then we just need to know full time. Tassin. If you could tell me how to pronounce your name, I'll try to pronounce it better. But I am poor at this, so let me know. Turkey. Ah, yeah, you're. I thought it'd be later in Turkey. That shows my geography skills. Probably better than my coding skills at the moment. Oh. Tassin. Can you set that outline none so the input's better on click? I am a big fan of accessibility, Praveen. What I normally do, what I would probably do for this case is actually set that the whole input is highlighted with like a shadow. And accessibility is pretty important. Because I know everyone butchers my name when they try to say it, especially anyone outside of Ireland. Anyone in Ireland knows my name because it's super common. That's Niall. But for everyone, it's Neil is how they pronounce it. So it's Niall, just so you know. We get... I don't know why it's a super common name here, but not so common anywhere else. Alright, so we have this. I don't know why I still have all this. Oh, hold on. Do you want to... Sorry, on a side tangent, which was always going to happen. Do you want to see the best stuff that the guys from Tailwind brought out is Headless UI by Tailwind. Look at this, man. React. You want fully accessible drop downs and menus and things? these guys have you covered. Yeah, so I've been called worse, Paul, so the beard is a good name. But yeah, if you're looking for completely accessible React components for those kind of things, man, check this out. So I think he said that he has like 3,000 tests for each of, like, nearly 3,000 tests for these like 4 components. So it's heavily tested stuff here. So if you're looking for like components to do these things for you, here you are. Okay, so that's the tangent over. So we should be able to search. Let's see how we can search for different results now. We need in here, where is the GitHub Jobs API? Where is this? So if I change this to location. So why don't I just filter the current listings? Is because there's actually hundreds of jobs there, and I was going to hopefully set it up so to use the API correctly, because here you see they have description and location, which I need. And full time, we can set this to, and what way did I spell that? Full underscore time. Okay, so because there was inputs there, oh yeah, so I'm gonna fire this every time it just mounts now. So what I need to do is on new search. So I just need to call new search, don't I? So anytime something's called. So basically I'm going to copy this all out and make a new function, because I don't need to filter it by that. Const search with filter. We can take away all this stuff now. Oh, I can just do this, can I? Take this. I know, Praveen. I started this, and I'm dealing with it. Okay. Okay, so it has to be .json, does it? Oh, my monitor's gonna turn off from being on so long. Better not let that happen. Dublin? Let's try this. Okay, it's because I've dropped the .json on this as well, didn't I? Nothing in Dublin, apparently. Well, that's disappointing. Yeah, I kind of a man has worked with me and he knows right well that I would rather go and steal a piece from a package than import an entire package that I might not need. I've seen too many people get snookered by a dependency of a dependency, and I often just go and make sure I understand the package that I'm importing before I take it, so that if something goes wrong I can fork it and change it and do everything I need to do with it. So why isn't this working? Search. Exactly. I'm glad you agree with me, man. So, location doesn't seem to be bringing back anything. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, what? Okay, so it's because I need to replace spaces with dot split. Yeah, I worked with a man last year. I was part of a company that got acquired called Single Point. A man worked with me there. We worked on the same project actually. So we worked on an eSIM platform together, so downloadable SIM cards together. Really cool platform, in fairness. And I know they liked a man's work on that a lot. I still talk to their CTO, so I'm always kept in the loop of what's going on there. Split. What am I thinking here? Let's just see. Regex replace spaces. Yeah, Juan just joined back, didn't he? I was talking to Juan a couple weeks ago. He was up in my house, so replace spaces with symbols. All right, I'm gonna steal this. In Travelwin. Oh, I still talk to the crowd in Travelwin actually, because I know they're hiring or they're trying to hire out their own team. So look at this. Okay, so that works now. So I needed to do this little regex. So before anyone sees what I was doing there, is in the API it didn't allow me to just dump in what I was trying to dump in. So where is this? Jobs API. So they needed a plus between the spaces. So what I'm just going to do is description Ruby page 1. So if I put in Node and New York, I'll probably get nothing. Description equals Node and location equals New York. What about... Oh, welcome. You will probably regret it, Paul. I'm trying to get something to work here. So if I delete all this and search, okay, so I think what I need to do is, because this empty description is throwing it, I need to search description okay, that's, if there's a search, we're going to do that. And then if we have a location, location or replace location, and we're going to say can I say description equals empty? I can't I? So I can either say boom. All right, these beers have been exploding on me, so let's see. Okay. All right, where am I going? So location, not replace, blah, 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 blah. So I'm just going to get this working now. Why is that acting up? Location, boom, boom. This one. I think it's because I have to just go like this, isn't it? Plus location, not replace. Let's get rid of this for a second. What's my thing outside of the keyboard? I'm probably most of the time working in software, like 80% of my time. So I help businesses a good bit as well. So I advise a few businesses, and I own a piece of a few businesses as well, that tech startups and things that I try to advise on not losing their shit. But yeah, so most of the time, and it is a hobby for me, this coding stuff as well. But I also have, I don't know if we can see it here as well. What way do I have to turn? I play guitar there as well. Yeah, this is mostly what I do, hence the proficiency at times as well. So I like to obviously go out, eat good food, and spend time with the girlfriend as well. And yeah, I think just it's either coding or chilling, really. I don't know. What about, can I dance? If I'm drinking enough, I think I can. Does that count? Let's see what this goes like now. Full time equals false. Okay, so let's just get rid of these. Why isn't that working? So if search, description of search, or let's refresh this, see where we're at. So I need to also check if there's a search we can put an and here, can't I? Oh. Yeah, so I need to make an array of this stuff, don't I? So if I made an array of it, I could join it. But let's see. I'm going to go back a few steps to where I was with the description and things, where I was working. So I feel like I am missing something here in the API. So if I keep this empty, search, we get stuff. Okay, let's get the checkbox working now as well. I think we're getting there. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so we don't need this stuff either. So I'm just gonna get rid of this stuff that's down here. Get started by editing, H1 test. We don't need any of that. Oh, what did I break? Oh, it's probably no main close, is there? Oh yeah, I need to keep this. And I will kill this. Nice. Okay. What time? We're 3 hours in. I'm going to get this search working and then I'll probably call it a day until tomorrow or Sunday. Why is the test still there? Checked equals is check. Oh, what did I call this? Set full time. So it's full time. Checked equals full time. On click equals set is full set full time, and we take the when you're setting a reference to itself, you'll always pass it as a property as well. So full time, so it'll be not full time, so we'll reverse it. So we should have full time. Where am I? Oh yeah, because console true, false, true, false, true. So full time, true. Okay, so we need to put a wrapper around. Yeah, Praveen, you're doing a very smart thing with this networking now. I think it's the easiest way to get a job is actually having a good network around you. You could spend so much time in interviews, but if you like spent the 50 hours in interviews that I did, or just spent those 50 hours going to meetups and meeting people and, you know, warming up people you knew, you'd probably have a job sorted out just as easy, and you'd have a lot more of a warm network. So I remember when I got my first job, I had 0 web developers in my network, and it was really, really tough to actually get an interview and then get a job off the back of that. So that's input. We need another div in here to separate the button on this. We are going to call this checkbox, because we're going to end up changing this now. Cool. So well, Paul, you'll see there's loads of useful links and everything else. and chats going on in there as well. We're trying to make it a better place. So like genuinely, if you know anyone that might be interested in like a coding community of sorts, invite them. You can literally just on the community settings or the Discord settings, you can just invite people, because the more the merrier, really. We had a couple hundred people join over the last week, so it's growing, and hopefully it will continue to grow a little bit. Okay, so I'm having a look at this now. I need this div class name equals group. Okay, let's get this in. Once I get this navigation style up and everything else the way I like it, I'll be happy enough to kind of throw in the towel for a little while, but not until then. Where's the search? Search. Keep this somewhat organized for when I come back. Ugh. Okay, why is that doing that? Oh, that's because the span. Yeah, like it's never going to be just code as well. A lot of it's just chat, and that's why I was saying is getting a games of Among Us and things like that. I would love to stream some of them with people from the community and everything else as well, just to have chats about everything while we're playing Among Us and seeing how deceitful people are in real life, because that's where the truth comes out. So let's see where we're at. Index.js, we'll put a P. So this needs to be class name styles dot screen reader. Just want to hide the screen reader settings. Where are you, or what are you doing, Paul, or what are you hoping to do at the moment? What's the goal, or where are you working towards? I think that's where the group might be helpful, is, you know, being a bit accountable for things as well on a side note, and then also having people with a similar interest that you can just, you know, shoot the breeze with as well. Okay, so that's too dark. So it's probably, what grade did I use up here? What's the divider? Okay, so we'll put this in as light gray as well. Nice. Yeah, it's believe it or not, when I got into this, so how long I've been coding properly. So I think it was 5.5 years ago. So Christmas 5 or 6 years ago, I was still working in an off license selling fine wines and beer, hence why I like my beers and everything. And I was learning coding between customers properly. So I had built a couple of WordPress sites, Drupal sites, nothing that wasn't like out of the box. It was more like I'd never learned to code really. So I just kind of took pre-built solutions, edited text. That was my career or knowledge before that point. And then I decided to take it seriously. I just put my head down and I spent X amount of time just trying to learn everything and taking on every single project I could get. So in the space of then my first year in tech, I think I worked for, and this was all one company as well, so it wasn't like I was just fired and sent between companies. I worked with Vodafone Italy, Vodafone UK. I was flown over to Australia for Optus, who are their biggest internet provider. We worked with an Israeli company called Pontus, 3 Ireland, and I think there was a couple more companies in that first 9 months of my job. Like, so I would just say, like, there's nothing better than just jumping in, because before those jobs, all I had really done was build things with Bootstrap. But then all of a sudden I had to build fully fledged enterprise applications because I told lies to get into a job. So then, yeah, you just have to sink or swim really. And lucky enough, I learned to swim pretty fast on the plane to my job. On my second week in the job, I was flown to Australia, so like I literally learned how to do my job on the plane. Okay, let's have a look. So let's see. I think I might, just to not confuse things, this is going to be awful, but I should probably write a button or something to get this to work well. So let me just jump onto the designs here. Make sure nobody's looking for me. People are sending me pictures of myself. So Shane, if you're still listening, you can say hello in the chat. Don't be so shy. Social anxiety getting the best of him again. So we are going to look into the home. So if input, I might be really quiet at this stage, David. Is it just because I'm slowly speaking down? I'm probably not speaking into the mic enough. Let me know if it's a little bit better now. But checked plus plus a checkbox. Background color is going to be, yeah, let me know if anyone else is hearing it quiet. Let me know. And I have switches here so I can turn it up if it is quiet. Oh, I want to take this, put this down here. Okay, so we're getting that, which is correct. And then copy as SVG. Let's see what goes on here. So if I put in so stroke width needs to be camel case. Take this. Perfect. So what I want to do is just say a couple of points up. Is that better? I don't know if I can do much more without making it sound bad either. So, checkbox. Checked. Okay. Cool, no worries, Dave. Thanks for that. I wish somebody told me before the 3 hours, 20 minutes that I've already been on here coding away. So full time. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, well, at least I know it was too quiet. Thanks, man, for letting me know before this point. You were here the whole stream, so that's a bit worrying that you only told me now. Alright, so we can filter by companies, location. Here we can search. So what I want to get done is I want to position this right and get the button done right. So let's see. Easy way of figuring out what I should style is going into the console here. I suppose the group, is it? Okay, well that input is definitely wrong. It shouldn't be turning on and off when I'm clicking here. So I'll fix that for sure. Yeah, I'm going to have to just throw more divs at everything, isn't it? Checkbox group. Oh, okay, yeah. I probably want to put this on the... checkbox group. Where is there a checkbox group? Display, flex, justify, or align items. Center. That should have worked, but I guess not. Okay, at least that part goes away. So if I say full-time now, or not full-time, I'm expecting to see something different because it's still saying full-time everything. Network. What does my network say on this? Full-time is false. So why isn't it searching full-time positions on setting them? Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Okay. The brain is getting tired. I could have solved this if I hadn't. I got the alignments working on the left, and then as soon as I get to this, it starts getting me a little bit. So let me just change tact a little bit. So I want to say index. Where is the whole group here? The whole group is... I won't say dot input, is it? Boom, 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 boom. I'll be so happy if I can get this checkbox aligned. All right, so let me have a look back at this. Boom. Okay, let's center that now. What border radius is on this? 2. So let's get that. That's a bit better. Oh, no, look at that. That looks way better now. If it wasn't up so high. Let's just cheat a little bit and say margin top 10 pixels. Let's add in another 5 pixels and see what happens. Alright, close enough there. view numbers are quite enough. We've had anywhere between 12 and 5 all evening. So it's not so bad. I see a lot of people are, you know, obviously at this stage will jump off and do things. So it's... Yeah, just add margin. At this stage, when things aren't working that way, let's minus 1 margin. 1 or 14. Yeah, it looks lovely. Beautiful. Just what I expected. So now... let's add container to that search. And get this button looking good. Good intuition there, Praveen, though, as well. Like, at a certain stages, you're just like, give up on my losses. Just get stuff done and get them in. Not to worry, Paul. It's early days yet. You know, I've only started YouTubing at the start of the COVID. So things like this won't excite too many people just yet. We'll get there. But it just takes time. These things are never overnight. But I'm enjoying it. It's much nicer than kind of talking to myself, I guess. Justify content flex end. And we will put this button container on one of this. I usually use Sass, to be honest. I've used Sass in most of my projects at the moment. But the reason I'm not doing it at the moment is I'm trying to learn the CSS variables. So if you're late here and new are, basically, I don't usually use Next.js and I don't usually use CSS variables and things like that. So for me, it's trying to learn how to use these things as well. Then it's been nice. Like, I know my CSS well enough at this stage to know where I should put things. So if I can remember to even put the classes on things, styles dot what was it? Button container. So yeah, that's that. Like the issue isn't Sass for that. To be fair, it's more so like if it was a bigger project, yeah, probably Sass saved my life. But for this smaller project, like I have a little globals variable with my variables, and I'm just passing them around as needed. But yeah, Sass probably would have made it easier. But I know it. I've been using it for years, so this is a learning curve for me. So I want to push that search to the end, so I'm probably going to make the label 100% width then. So what's this? Checkbox, screen reader, checkbox group. So we'll make that bigger. Okay, that's better. And then we can style this button without ruining everything else. Yeah, justify self-flex end. That's what I should have done. I'm so used to the old school stuff. It's amazing, like, I'm not developing all that long in the grand context or grand scheme of things, and how much has changed in the last 5 years is mental for like what the right way to do things are. So I came in right in. Am I happy with what I built tonight? I would say I would like to have gotten further, but I also enjoyed having the conversations, so I'm not gonna give out either. It's we got stuff done. Let me put some padding on this. And let me get this button done, and then we'll test it out. And then what I'll do is I'll organize another stream for finishing this off, because this was way more than I thought. I was like, I'll fly through this. I didn't even get to click through to the pages. Flower and Pop will be disappointed in me, so he is the man for doing these kind of challenges. He would stick it out. Okay. Let's go into globals. Yeah, what I'll do so far is I will, before I even end this, like I will upload it and have it built up somewhere you can play around with it. Borders none. Padding, we'll say 10 pixels, 20 pixels. That's starting to look a bit closer. And font, weight, bold, and color. Things take time. Man, you know me as well as anyone. I'm just like, meh, I can get it done, it'll be fine. And then I sit in the bed, I dug. Oh, okay, so this app here, is it, David, that you're looking at? So I'll give a full overview of what I'm doing before I close it off anyway. Yeah, so this is a design tool called Figma. It's free. So figma.com you can go to. Probably going to bring up, and you can just get this. It's a free design tool, and basically I'm doing a challenge here on Frontend Mentor, the GitHub Jobs API, and it gives you a sketch file so that you can go off it. And that's what I've been working off. So this is what I'm trying to replicate. So yeah, where are we at on the actual design now? That's not so bad so far, is it? I need a little bit of padding to the checkbox to the left, or margin to the left. Nice. And then we'll say, where's the dot icon? Nice. Okay, that's a little bit better here, but this one hasn't got it. So where is my main icon, I guess? Oh, it's because of this. Okay, so if I take this out. Nice. So we have the icons a little bit more off. That's not a million miles away. I think I would like to get a bigger gap on the bottom. So if I can go grid, or isn't a gap. It's a bit better on the sizing. Not too far away now. So we have the button there. I think it probably has a bit more, yeah, a bit more margin on the left and right on the button. We'll say 30. And 14. I'm just guessing. I'm eyeballing this now at this stage. No, it's too much. $52.16. Where are you lost, Paul? What's going on? Is it probably because I haven't been talking for a while either? And I know you hate when I'm not talking. Yeah, absolutely. Like, it just takes time to build things up. Light violet. That's exactly what the button should be. No, wrong one. That's better. New York. I'm coming for you. Console. Too many requests. Okay, so that happened earlier as well. It's just cores anywhere gives up after a while. So what I need to fix for the next one is I need to fix the formatting on the cards. I need to click through. I need to put the top bit up here. Toggle light and dark mode. Yeah, I'll be at this another couple hours the next day for sure. But let's get this up somewhere so I can show you how you could deploy something like this so you can submit it. So ls cd GitHub Jobs, getting it. And where is my GitHub? I already had. No, not Adobe XD, it's Figma. Okay. And then if I refresh this out, I can jump over to Vercel, continue. I should be able to import a Git, Next.js, deploy. Let's see, we'll have it up. I'm going to link it in now, because we have plenty of fixing yet to do. I'm surprised. Look, I've been nearly at this for 4 hours after my day's work, so I'm surprised I lasted this long, to be honest. Amazing. And for anyone that's stuck in for this whole time, top play for you guys. Thank you. Yeah, everything's main now, obviously. With his cheap ear. Oh, confetti! I don't know why that's so satisfying. Let's visit it. Alright, so let me put this in the chat to everyone. So that's where we got to this evening. And I will continue on this either tomorrow or on Sunday. I'll post it out whenever I wake up. But yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. When you're a professional, you care about any inch of pixel that happen. Yeah, I absolutely agree. And hence why I started this challenge tonight, and I will not give up yet. And I'm going to finish it over the weekend. But yeah, this is it's been pretty fun. So if for anyone that joined late or has skipped to the end or anything, this is the challenge that I'm working on. Here's the desktop design, the inner page, tablet design, mobile design. Yeah, that's all. You can ask her about that, Paul, to be honest. So I don't think we're a million miles off. Like, what we have to do is fix the cards so that the text on the cards overflow is hidden. We need to add this nice image in the background, toggle the background. We'll use local storage probably to change the dark light mode, and then the load more, we'll do some hackery of that. The nice part about the inner page is inside the designs here, we get some raw. We just have to dangerously set inner HTML. Like you'll see in here, if you look at any of these, we get all the markdown for the description and the how to apply. So it's just about having some base styles for those things as well. So we don't have to worry about that in the next one. So it should be a lot faster now that I've broken the back on it. But yeah, cheers for sticking in this long. I am definitely going to finish this the next time around. So yeah, thanks for sticking in this long. If you haven't joined the Discord, I might put in the Discord link again. Copy for anyone that came in late. Join the Discord. We're always chatting in there. This went a lot worse than I had anticipated, but we're not a million miles away either. I'll chat to you next time. See you after.